Just a follow-up to an earlier video. I'm Dan Harris. I'm a beekeeper. 6 weeks ago, oh, no. Let me take that right back. 8 weeks ago, this was the first swarm of the 2018 season. Nice population, a marked queen, purely from one of my other hives. Caught them, hived them, fed them, and before they really started producing a load of brood, I gave them an oxalic acid vapor treatment. I had a sticky sheet, a real honest to goodness sticky sheet on the bottom. I left it in place for a week after the oxalic acid vapor treatment. It dropped 3 mites. There were 3 mites, as far as I could tell. It came with that hive, or with that swarm, on that given day, and there they are. Now I'm going to pop the top and just show you where they are today, because about a week to 10 days later, the hive on the end, maybe you get a better view here. A week later, I caught a swarm, placed them on foundation, fed them, just like I did this one. Pretty much treated all of these colonies in here are from swarms. This whole row is swarms that I brought back in, and some of those on that back row are. And the one on the end is the example, though. That was early April. They drew 2 deep boxes from scratch being fed. I took the feeder off, gave them another deep box with foundation. They drew it. I gave them a medium super with foundation, and they've practically drawn that. That's a week after this. So this is my 3 mite hive swarm. I just want to give you a quick look because, as I said, it's been a disappointment. I'm not blaming the oxalic acid vapor. I don't have any idea what caused this to perform so poorly. Not every swarm's created the same. They set about, as I had said, shortly after being treated with making emergency cells, and replace that queen, and they have done so successfully, I might add. This doesn't have anything to do with it of consequence anyway, but I did give them plastic foundation, and you see they haven't even drawn that out at all. I gave them plastic foundation because it was so early in the season. They've drawn out, as you see, one full side, or practically one full side of that frame. I gave them plastic foundation because my concern, it being so early in the season, and we really didn't have a good nectar flow on. My fear was that they would harvest wax from the wax foundation, which I know they will do. Okay, so there you can see, hopefully we'll get something. Don't you do that. We'll look here, see if we can find. And what I'm going to do, I've got some queenless hives down the road. That's what I'm doing today, is I'm doing some consolidation actually. Once I turn the camera off and go to real work, I'm going to do some consolidation. Okay. So as you see here, hopefully you see this. Nice brood pattern. This is, I haven't found the replacement queen. I'm not even looking for her today. I'll look for her in a few weeks, and we'll see if we can't find her and mark her. But this is a supersedure queen. She's doing a pretty good job laying. Anyway, what's going to happen here is I've got a couple hives down the way that have 10 frames of drawn comb on them that have failed to replace a queen. They had either emergency cells or they swarmed, and for one reason or another they didn't successfully get a mated queen out of the package, out of the deal. It's not a package, they didn't get a mated queen after the swarm left or the cells emerged. Maybe the queens fail to mate or killed during mating, or you know, who knows what happens. But I've got several down the way that are 10 drawn frames of comb that I'll put 10 of those on top of this, feed them so they've got winter stores, and by next spring, of course, these guys will be ready to go. But I wanted you to see that, not for any reason other than a lot of you, I suspect, you know, have made the ride with me and saw the 3 mites, and I may test these for mites later. There just isn't time at the moment to be doing any of that, I'm sad to say. There just isn't. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great day.